Hi guys, how are you? Sorry for late, I was little busy, so that's why there was a little delay in my next video. Today we are going to learn what is Countif function. We'll discuss part 1 and inshallah soon I'll record the part 2 also. Uh, there are many variations in Countif function, the use of Countif function. Few we'll discuss today and few we'll discuss in the next episode, next part. Okay, why we use counter function? We use counter function to find our value in a given table. How many times it appears? We need to count. For example, in this table, if I want to count how many times Brazil is there, so I'll use the counting function. And this is the syntax. Then you will start the function. The syntax will appear in tooltip. But you should be familiar with the syntax, so it will be easy for you to use the function. Range means one cell or number of cells you will select, and then criteria means upon which condition the function should count the values for you. So let's check the two variations of criteria over here. We can go to fx and find the counter function over there, or we can start it directly by just typing equal countif, and you can see the tooltip over here. The same syntax is given. We'll select range from which we want to count the value, and then we'll put comma, and we can type the value or we can give the cell reference. Firstly, I'm going to type the value. Double quotes, we have to type the value in double quotes. Brazil, Brazil, and then I'll close the bracket. It will count. Look, the Brazil was 2 times written in this table, so written twice in the table. So you can see we have the result. The second method of giving the criteria is this: countif, select the range, and you can give the cell number. Likewise, I'm going to give cell number Brazil and close the bracket and press enter. You can see while I was giving the cell number, I didn't put double quotes because cell numbers don't need double quotes. You can directly give the cell reference I7. This is my I is my column, 7th is the row. So I just gave the cell reference of Brazil and it counts the Brazil for me. So there are two ways to give the criteria, like this and like this. Okay, use of wildcards. What are the wildcards? If you're using asterisk, question marks, these are called wildcards basically. Ampersand, we will discuss all these, but let's start from this. Partial match. We want to count with the partial match. For example, I don't know the whole value. I know 1 or 2 characters. I want to find the values or count the values which has those characters. For example, if I try to count the values with A is over there in Germany, in Brazil, France, Brazil, Italy, Spain, Germany, France, and all cells has A somewhere in the starting, somewhere in the end of the word, or somewhere in the middle of the word. We are sorry, we are going to use this character star A star. If we are starting with star and ending with star, that means we just want to tell Excel that wherever you find A, just count that cell. So let's try this. Countif, and I'm going to give range, and then double quotes star A star. Only cell reference can be given without double quotes. Rest of all criteria needs double quotes. Okay, so it count 8 cells for me. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, because all have A. Okay, let's change the word, change the letter. If I'm going to count Y, then how many cells should be appear over here? Y, you can see only 3: Germany, Italy, and Germany again. So by A star A, star A star means in the starting of star and ending of the star, We are just telling Excel that this if the cell value contains this character, you should count this. Guys, now we are going to count cells beginning or ending with certain characters. Like we are going to count the cells starting with our given character or ending with our given character. So let's see how we can do this. We'll use Countif. We'll select the range, and this time I want to count the values starting with B. So I'll put double quotes star starting with B. That means I'll put the character first B and then star and then double closing the double quotes and then bracket, and then I press hit. It will count two values for us. Brazil, there is two times Brazil has been appeared in this table, so that's why. So similarly we can count the cells ending with the ending character. So count if range double quotes, and this time we want ending character, so we'll use star first and then Y, and then we'll close double quotes and then bracket, and you can see it count three values for us: West Germany, Italy and West Germany. All these three values has ending character Y. We are going to use countif function in two ways, like by using the wildcards. Like if we want to count the cells which are not blank, you can see if I use this criteria star, this will not work on date value. Let's see. Countif, this one, comma, double quotes, star. What should it return? It will return 2 value, 2, because according to this criteria he will count only two cells: destination, scan and transit. So you can see the answer is 2. This star will not work for date. We want to give any criteria which should work on date also, so we'll use this function countif, comma, double quotes, not equal to, and that's all. We left the rest of the thing on Excel, so Excel will take everything while counting. So you can see there are 3 cells which has values, so answer is 3. Same we can do with in another way, like this: countif range not equal to, and we are using ampersand to use another criteria. If you want to use more than one criteria in countif function, we'll use ampersand. So we are asking it, do not count the empty cell. So count only the cell which are not empty. So same result here. So these two criteria will work on date, but star will not work on date. What if we want to count the blank cells? There is a function count blank which I already explained in my previous videos. You can go and check that. Here we are using countif function to count the blank cells. Countif double quotes not equal to, then ampersand for another criteria, star. We are using star, so what will be the result? You know, the star will not work on date, so result is 3. Here we can see we have only 2 blank cells, but this star is counting date cell also as a blank cell, because star cannot work on date value. This criteria, will use this criteria to work on date also. So we'll select the range, comma, and then only double quotes, and then we'll close. You can see the Excel calculated date value as a value, so it return only 2 because there are only 2 cells which have no value over here. So this is for today. I want to keep it short so you can understand. Inshallah, I'll record the next part sooner. So we'll go into more detail. We'll go into the details that how we can use more than one Countifs, and there will be inshallah fun to learn uh, more detail for Countif function. Thank you very much. Be with me and learn with me. Thank you.